to the Wisconsin Badgers. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Trojans will put total leather to crank us up. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last year.
Like, he's loose on the right. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So USC's offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Toss to the outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air, it's Fafita. Makes the grab, it's Lane. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Pulls it in on the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USC. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Complete to start this drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Great place to start for this offense. Smith takes the handoff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out of the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And the Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. Slams ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Quick release by the QB.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Reads it, fires complete. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense.
There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Makes the grab. It's Hilton. Inside the 35, defense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. They ain't get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Badgers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Going to the run, it's Ford. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks last week. They've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man downfield. Got enough space. He's run out of bounds. To the big game, and they are in business. 1st and goal. And the Badgers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Defense will back up and make things a little easier here on 3rd and 4. Using his legs, it's Ford. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. They'll put this one in play. First snap with the drive from the 25. The option look. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll go to the toss. Creates a little space. It's a seam wide open. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quick strike complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Right down the middle. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 45. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Got his man! And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quarterback making checks. Trying to get the edge on the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Third and short, just what the doctor ordered. Toss play, good job up front by the offensive line, getting a bit of a push, and they get the first down.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof. If you get up now, you're dang sure going to feel it later.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Finds us back in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
USC.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch. It's Hilton. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
The Trojans will hustle to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Makes the catch, it's Lane. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Complete downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
To the air, it's Fafita. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Now, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incomplete.
Touchdown, USC! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update.
The Badgers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
And the ball squirted out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wisconsin! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Hey, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion, trying to get the corner. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Wormley. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a... inside the 30 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Gets the back moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Trojans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
Dropping back, it's Fafita. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking for the goal line. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And the Badgers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Give to the running back. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuffed. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Snags a quick pass on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
And the returner is stopped. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Back to the ground game on the left. Makes his man miss. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quickly to the tight end. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
That's caught. It's Smith.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The pitch to the left. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To throw, it's Fafita. Moving out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Trojans. And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Hands it off. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Still on his feet at the 45. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week it was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far...
Turning it on! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Badgers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hilton. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Badgers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The give. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. He wants to throw it. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They want that clock to run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. It'll be 3rd and long. Try to get it to the edge. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough done today.
3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happen today.
There he goes. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but Defense gets the better of them there. Nice job of adjusting up front. And good job being physical by that D-line, too.
He's got it inside the 30. Racing down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep... momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's taking the deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.